So hi guys, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. If you've never met me before, my name is Chinyere and welcome to Juliettsstyleglam. So how are you guys doing? I'm sorry, I am using my I'm using my phone today because I'm just beginning to fall in love with the phone. I just got the phone newly, so I'm loving it. And yeah, this is my first test run with the phone, and maybe I'll just continue with it. So how are you guys doing today? So today's video, um I'm going to be doing a kind of a response and reaction video to the video that was aired by Durex, Making Lasting Impressions. Now, one of the reasons I want to do this is because I just noticed that on the set they were all guys, so most of them were just giving male perspectives. It would have been lovely though, but I think I get the thing about putting only guys there. There's some women. Again, there's a video I did on this, there are women that are not so free to express themselves, even in the presence of men, even while they are talking about something that is beneficial, and we all do. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I'm going to be. So I'm going to be talking from episode one. Actually have another meeting today, so hopefully, if I can do episode one and two today, I'll be so happy. But if not, we'll break it down. So, yeah, so we'll be talking about the video Making Lasting Impressions by Durex, and for me, it's about giving my own perspective as a woman. Now, I have a similar video on this, which I did sometime, I think last year. I'm going to put it in this video, because a lot of things they talked about actually touched on it, you know. But you check it out. It's all about sex and how getting comfortable with sex and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's a video that talks a lot and in depth about certain things that that women and men actually struggle with. Okay, so do well to watch that video before watching this one. Well, you can watch both of them separately, but it will give you a clear idea of what it is that I'm on about. All right, so we're gonna start the video.
Hello, guys. Good to see you. I'm here with amazing, wonderful brothers of mine, men. I am here with Falz, who is an amazing artist and a political activist, also our president. I'm also here with Kidd Waya, the latest guy in town, in our industry, that is causing and shaking the whole thing. Keep going. Everybody just, fighting on top of his head. So yeah, good to have him here. I'm also here.
Okay, so let me first of all, those four guys, Temisan, Falz, and Akah, they are off the charts funny. So I think many of you who are Nigerians will have a very clear idea of how funny they can be. Temisan is just from another planet. Okay, Kidd is somebody I just got to know on the block. But there's so much I have to say on this guy. It's quite it's fascinating, and let the video begin so we can.
Temisan, I'm sure you guys know this boy from Instagram, but he's here. We're gonna just school him a little bit. We're talking about.
I think you're gonna hype me, my friend.
Might help you like who? For what?
What about yourself? Can we meet you?
For me? So in my life like this, I don't like to blow my trumpet, but let me tell you, my name is Akah Nnani Kidd Waya, producer, YouTuber, content creator, and also a new daddy.
Bless. Wonderful! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Let's have a round of applause for that.
But good to have you guys here, talking about sex. Very rarely do we have men come talk about sex in a healthy manner. So let's get right into it.
What's usually the manner that men talk about sex? Like that big, like that
yeah. It's usually unhealthy. You understand the way boys and the way men usually just talk about
it's
sex.
Never constructive. It's just like I was with that girl last night. We did this, we did that. Yeah, it's never a real debate.
How you do am now? Where you find out the girl? She perform, she do.
And the irony is that it's never you that knock the babe. It's the babe that knock you.
Okay, now what they said here is totally true. Men are not. I'm going to speak for Nigerian men and probably African men. That what they said is true. The conversation surrounding sex with men is like, oh, I did it, one bam, thank you, sir, that kind of a thing. It's not conversational. Women get to actually have conversations on sex. I can't tell you. I don't even want to go there. But yes, it's not conversational. It's not, and you see, again, that's why I appreciate this this thing they did on this in this area, because that is one truth that they spoke. So, and I think that is also something that men have to be conscious about. In that video I said I'm going to put here, I also talked about it. The fact that men are not communicative when it comes to sex. And it's a very, very serious thing. So let's listen to what they have to say.
We're going to come into that scene the way this one is looking like.
I'm learning from my
No, he's learning.
It's really unfortunate.
The truth is, in society now, there's pressure on the man to be the one to perform. But I don't know how true that is. But what do you guys think is responsible for the idea that has formed the ideal sexual experience, or what it should be like?
I'll tell you what it is. It's very simple. Toxic masculinity.
That's what formed the ideal of sexual experience?
I will explain.
Okay, explain. Hold on. Let your senior talk.
Oh, sorry.
I will explain. Toxic masculinity. That's why the man is looked at as the one that has to perform, because you must show that you are. If you go there and you don't last long and you don't put all your, that's why you ask some people that.
You're sure?
How long do you think that you want to have sex for? They'll be telling you that, oh, they want to go 1 hour, 2 hours. What is happening there?
Solution. If you want to last long in bed, right, it's foreplay. And I always tell guys, if you want to make a lady climax, it's foreplay. It's not just about penetration. That actually, most of the time, doesn't work when you go straight into penetration.
Yeah.
She needs to feel comfortable around you, and the best way to do that is by foreplay.
What is the mouth movement for that stuff?
So, there is something, again, I said there's something fascinating I'm going to tell you about Kidd Waya. And he from the get-go from this movie, from this video, he did that. Kidd Waya, probably because his upbringing was also, outside of Nigeria, so he got it. Kidd Waya understands. He is communicative. His responses in the videos show that he understood and he understands. Now, Falz talks about toxic masculinity. And he has a point there because, the man, like he said, are asked to perform, you're put in this situation of masochism, ego and stuff like that. Even when you're making mistakes, you find it so hard to even say or admit that you're making these mistakes. They are staring at you right in the face. Okay? But, again, toxic masculinity is not helping you see clearly. That's exactly what he's talking about. And they're very correct. The need to perform. As a man, you're supposed to. Instead of, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to try and try again. It's okay to, embrace your insecurities. It's okay to actually talk about those insecurities and seek for solutions. And he's very correct. And this is where when I talk about it, that, maybe and possibly is the reason for the lack of communication, in sexual intercourse between a man and his partner, or a woman and her partner, And then again, going back to what Kidd Waya said, it's very possible that you could actually stay, last long during sex if you are somebody who is very thoughtful about foreplay. And again, let's go back to the African man. Many of our, African, moms, our parents will tell you, or their experiences when it comes to sex was not the foreplay route. It was the wham, bam, boom, 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 boom. And then, I don't know if many of you have read this book, the 4 Wives of Babasegi, or something, Babasegi's Wives or something. It tells a very, very telling story. It's a societal, that book, I've forgotten the term for that book. The book is a satirical, is a satirical, is it a satire? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, but Babasegi's Wives was a clear example of that. Bam, 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 bam. And then, the personification of his manhood in that book was just hilarious. So, when you read about that, you now understand exactly where this is coming from. And that's why I say Kidd Waya gets it. He understands, and like I said, probably because his education has been out of Nigeria.
How do you, is it?
Jesus.
How do you do it?
I don't know how you do your own, but the way I would.
Sure.
Obviously, if you're into foreplay.
Okay, before I go there, I just want to give you a little, story. So there was this guy. When I was in Nigeria, I was dating this guy. And then he also had just come back from the UK, and we were having a relationship. And I recall there was something he told me, because I noticed something about him. He could read, he could understand, he could read me. He was, he was there, you get. And then I recall there was something he said, because I think I asked that question. And then he said, that when I got to the UK, tell you the truth, chicks in UK taught me how to have sex. He said, white girls, really, they got me to understand what I needed to do. That before, he didn't know, he was just, come in, get out, go your way, that kind of a thing. But he said when he got to the UK, that was when he understood, what it was, for you to actually please a woman and be pleased as well, and know what the things you like and the things that she likes.
Because some people say you write a
360.
Some people say you
That's what he told me.
try to spell your name. There are different styles.
I've never heard that one before. Spell your name.
No, girls that try to spell their name.
How does that even work?
What kind of African Nigerian head is this one?
I've heard some different. That's why I'm asking that. What's the real style?
So that Z will belong. That's Z.
I'm not saying it's a personal thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I've heard it outside. But what's
So
your
do you
style?
do it
What's
like
your style?
okay?
My style's more of so kissing first, passionate long kiss, and then I work my way down. So kiss or lick on the neck, work your way, just work your way around the body, and then get down. And before you go down to a private area, you play around the thighs first. That gets her excited. It builds up that that anticipation, and then boom.
So
Hey!
do you?
Hey!
Important question. It's like step by step. So when you do kissing, passionate, do you maybe?
You see, Kidd Waya, when I say Kidd Waya, I understand. No, sorry, what have I say? Kidd Waya is a man. He gets it. He does it. Again, different strokes for different folks. But you see the way he was able to walk the step, And I will tell you truthfully, lots of women, they suffer for this area. It's plenty. I actually talked about this in my group one time, and there was this argument about, bilikisu. That's what we call it in Nigeria. There was this argument about bilikisu. And, and again, bilikisu was coined by Falz. I'll link the video where where it was used. It was so funny and hilarious. And I'm stuck with it. So, and we talked about this bilikisu, and everyone was asking, why is it that, this issue about men not doing it right, or some not doing it at all. Again, communicating is important. And then there's something Kidd Waya said, making her comfortable enough. Because listen, if a woman ain't comfortable, if she is not in the zone, you will not do anything to her. She won't even come at all. She won't even orgasm. You're wasting your time.
Make use of fingers first, or do you just go? So when you do kissing, passionate, do you maybe make use of fingers first, or do you just go like down?
Fingers are a great tool.
Yeah, because some people have said that they sometimes they.
Please,
they
as you are
share,
going to say
Cut
you
your
want
nails.
to go and cut your phalanges.
All these guys that
You
have this
understand?
long, I don't know what you call it.
Again, another good point. For me, it's a turn off when you see guys that keep long nails, especially this one, and you ask them and they tell you, now, or you know what it's for. I'm imagining in my brain, how is this supposed to? Because again, your nails, keeping them as a they harbor, they harbor germs. And then you have this thing and you're keeping nails as a guy and you say, yeah, for who? You want to tear her out her cervix or her vagina? What do you want to do? It is so, for me, it's so off-putting. I don't know about other people there, but, leave it in the comments section below if you had any experience with that. And if it was amazing, maybe we are the ones who don't understand, but I don't get it. So please, if you're a guy who does that, cut it off. For me, personally, it's not kosezi, kolewek. But, again, different strokes for different folks. You will just never know. If you know someone or you've experienced it and you can tell us how it was for you, let us know.
Long, I don't know what you call it these days.
Then some of them,
now.
yes, they like the long last one. They look that, and when they say it, they're like,
some of them are even pinching it now.
It's not hazy.
You know who you are.
In the process of going down, have you ever gone through if vagina that scar you?
If you want to feel comfortable, ignore it. And listen, some guys are not. Wait, the thing is, no, but sometimes that's where you actually become a man and be a man. No, that's why you.
Wait, hold up. Wait. What do you mean by vagina that scar you? Let him understand, because
Okay. Normally now, when you go through that experience, normally after that you're supposed to feel nice, you're supposed to feel healthy. But sometimes after that experience, you may be feeling sick. You don't really get yourself. Because of what you perceive down there. So I'm talking about a hold up.
So that's what I'm saying. You're about to go and spell your name.
Falz is seriously not okay. Now, if you don't know what he meant, he's talking about, women whose vaginas smell. Again, there is nothing as important as vagina health as a woman. The thing about this is that as a lady, you could be harboring infection you don't know, because, again, the vagina walls are inside. They are not outside. Compared to a man who has a penis or his manhood, it's outside. So if anything is going on, he can see it, he can notice it, the pain is there. For women, it's the other way around. You don't notice it and you don't feel it. But then there is always a sign. Vaginal discharge. It cannot be too much, it cannot be too little. Okay? The color. If your vaginal discharge has a coloring that is not milky in a sense, let me use my carpet for example. Something like this is a little bit too white, but something like this, if it's not this color, you know that you have a serious problem. If it has the color of mucus, if it has the color of, phlegm, whatever, even when it is red, know that there is a problem. If it's not your period, know that it's a problem. And you need to still go and see your doctor ASAP. Because the long-lasting effects of vaginal infection, we're talking not being able to have children, barrenness, just so many things. And that is why the importance to take care of your, your lady parts. I have a video I talked about going for a pap smear. I'm going to put that video. In France, it's done every 3 years. Initially, it was every 2 years, but now it's every 3 years. You need to always be able to, know when something is not right in you. Okay? Some of them come from just simple toilet use. Okay, especially when you share toilets with a lot of people. And that is why in your, you have to have certain things available for you when you're using the toilets. Even in your home, it doesn't have to always be in a public toilet. Even in your home, clean, have a bleach, have disinfectant, something, but, making sure that your toilet is always clean. Your panties, because truthfully, from what he said is the truth. Men are turned off, are put off entirely by that. And as a lady, if it smells, listen, if your vagina smells fishy, it's a problem. It's not supposed to have a fishy smell. Now, there's something that I do and I practice, and I've been doing this for a while. Though scientifically, there is no proof, but I can tell you that it's working for me. I eat pineapples a lot. It's one fruit I don't, in fact, I eat fruits. I buy mangoes, pineapples. a lot, then, because there is something about what you consume is what you give out. Now, I even have a friend who said she said upping her onions intake and that she can, she noticed something. So basically, the things that you consume tend to, seep out of your pores. Your vagina inclusive because it has a hole. It's a hole. Okay, so something is going to come out. It's just like when you eat. I was explaining this to someone because, again, there is no scientific proof to this. Yes, but I'm telling you what is working for me. So again, for example, it's just like when you take antibiotics. Antibiotics have a horrible smell when you're taking them. And in the same way that it has a horrible smell, when you pee, you smell the antibiotics, don't it? Good. When you poo, you smell the antibiotics, don't you? Exactly. So for me, it's working. But make sure that your health, gut health, vagina health is intact, is fine. Nothing like having a good experience down there. So what the guys are saying is actually true. That because there's something you do, you're supposed to feel good, but you start feeling sick. I'm laughing to her because Falz is just not okay. That guy is crazy. But you see, again, Kidd Waya said something. That's actually when you know that if you want her to be comfortable, you will ignore it. Some people cannot. Now, that's why I said, to a very large extent, Kidd is so understanding. He has a level of understanding that, beats most men of his genre, genre. And, it's, you begin to want to, hear more from him, from his experiences. So it's not just about the laughter, but then being able to, listen to because it will tell you that he's got experience and he's got experiences to share on this. So let's continue.
So I'm talking about the whole lot. So that's what I'm saying. You're about to go and spell your name.
No. Say this is what happens, right? So if you can smell odor or stench,
Yeah.
that's a strong word. If it doesn't stench, do not spell your name. Okay, but you can still use your fingers. You have to make it feel comfortable because it's an awkward moment for both of you. So use your fingers. Just don't spell your name.
So how do you know that there's stench before going down? Because sometimes you already find yourself there. It's not like whoa.
And you have made more that if I give you
If I get you,
my head in this life, she's like, dear, oh yeah, I'm ready. I will give you head.
you are
Then
not like
you now
this.
dear.
Do you go back up?
You now
No,
pass
you
it.
lick the belly button and come up. That's your way out of it. That's your way out of it because
He's dropping some good bombs. You get, again, it's all about her comfortability. And I will tell this and I will say it so well. I will say it again. When you are involved with a woman and you really, really like this woman, okay, and you guys know each other so well to this extent, it will be to each other's benefit when you feel or sense something that is not working on their bodies. It will be both of you to your benefit to be able to speak freely to each other and with each other. It's very important. Very, very important. Another book I read, Stay With Me, by a Nigerian author. The lady got married to an impotent husband. And even till I finished reading that book, that guy did not for 1 minute open his mouth and tell his wife, this is my problem. A very gut-wrenching book. But you see, again, and they were dating before they got married. So it's very important and very vital that while you're doing what you're doing, communication, being able to speak to your partner about what you sense and making them comfortable about it and looking for things that will make you, both of you, be okay around each other. Some men will find this out and boom. And you these are things that you need to, again, being comfortable, making each other, you're both comfortable with each other.
you can't go on this and just step back because the moment is there.
Temisan, this question is for you. Dear.
I love it.
Yes, how long do you think an ideal session of coitus should last long for?
At most 30 minutes. Will not be Olympics. Like, bro.
At most?
30 minutes is fine.
Kid, what do you think about that?
Honestly, I actually think for me an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. But that's why I always say foreplay is important because foreplay makes up the bulk of that time.
Akah, what about you?
For conjugal experience, I actually
In consummating your marriage.
Yeah. I really believe that it don't matter. It can be 3 minutes today. It can be 3 hours
On
tomorrow.
the average, so if you announce, okay, maybe yesterday is 3 minutes, tomorrow it can be 1 hour. What's that number in the middle? Average.
That's not the
I feel
question
like
you
it's
ask.
30 minutes.
That's not the question you ask.
That's the question I'm asking.
You say, what's the ideal? To be honest, there's no ideal because sometimes it's quickie.
Okay.
Quickie is the best.
Very, very underrated cookie.
Very underrated.
Very underrated.
Do you understand?
Sometimes it's
And
the best.
that quickie is both party that actually do want quickie. They don't want, for example, you go and visit friend. We come to your house. Me and my wife, we look at each other. Everybody is talking, having nice. We just say, excuse me, restroom, go. Next thing I'll say, kitchen, bam, quick, bam, come out, bless.
And that's okay, straight to business.
Straight up.
There's no long talk. There's
No
no
long
nothing,
talk, no.
What Akah said is the truth. There is no time to it. There are times when, again, he's right. Quickie is underrated. There was a day I was talking to somebody, and I was telling them, I was like, I'm going to my husband's office to see him. Don't ask me what I'm going there to do. We're just having, we're just laughing. Listen, sex doesn't have to be we die there. I don't know where this thing about. I think maybe because of the 1 Minute Man song that, what played out sometime. But in truth, it doesn't really matter. Okay? There's a time for different things. There are times when you guys just want it, boom, boom, boom. There's a time when it's a problem is when this person probably does not have, because there's a difference between having a problem sexually and then having fun with sex. Because sex is actually you have fun with it. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable. So yes, it doesn't matter. 30 minutes, it doesn't matter. So the unplanned one, now it cause problem. You see the unplanned one? That's quickie. Quickie gives belly. Quickie make you pregnant. You just carry the pregnancy, boom, it has happened. So, time frame, it could happen anytime, anywhere. It could be when, you're about to go to work and, get this one, bam, boom, boom, is off. It could be you come back for lunch. It could be anything. It could be at night when, anything happened. Most times, a man doesn't even have to be the one to initiate sex. Yes. And Falz said it. Again, toxic masculinity, he has to. No, he doesn't have to. You can do it. As a woman, you can. You can start. Listen, men love women that are spontaneous. I've said this before in one of my videos. I'll look for the video and put it in. Men love women that are so spontaneous. A man loves a woman who is everything in one. Any man that says, no, that guy is a pretentious bee. Any man that is busy doing, no, I don't do such. Ask him the reason why. And tell the person this is the kind of thing you like. Okay? Because it doesn't always have to be him who starts it. You can. Yeah. Let's go because my video is getting long.
And it was nice. We both enjoy it quickly. That's all. But there's sometimes you say today it's me and you. We're gonna be here. I will deal with you.
I will deal with you.
Hey, all night long. You are there.
I know. So definitely there are moments where you meet a lady, look at her, maybe have a conversation with her, and you say to her, "My dear, I will deal with you."
I think it's all in the eyes. It's all in the eyes.
After promising her that, I will deal with you. You will not go there.
You get down
Stop what? After if I
Has it happened to you before?
Do you know what it's
let me
called?
say that day, I think I had too much sugar that day.
That's the reason.
My brother, we all have sugar.
Because I cannot explain it because you know me as a stallion.
No, it did happen to me. So I had been meaning this particular experience, and I was so excited. The girl was too fine, just everything, and then went into it, and then See, guys,
By the way, it's
you
happened
don't
to all of us.
understand.
Let's not front.
The way he said
Come to
it,
everyone.
Let's not front.
yes,
Yeah.
the way he said it is the way it happens.
For the ladies out there, I want to give you an instruction, please. I want to give you an instruction, and you have to take this instruction. If maybe you're in the middle of coitus and you see that the man, maybe from the look of his face, it looks like he's about to, and you don't want him to, that's not a good time to give him instruction.
You're like, hold on longer. Hold on.
The opposite effect.
Yes, do you know that?
You're already there. So no, don't.
No, don't. Ah!
It's only your voice that even facilitates the process. Not your soft voice.
And you know why? Because when they say hold on longer, they use their body to also talk.
Oh, when you say don't.
So the best sex position for an extended orgasm.
That was a dangerous question. Okay.
So again, this on this note, this is something that is a lesson for us women, not to give the instruction. I didn't know this, okay, but it's not something I've never bothered. But I definitely, but again, they are very correct, and again, this is from their own experience because we don't know this. This is them giving us an experience, so this is good to know, on their own part, because again, there's so many factors that could play to this. From excitement to sugar, like Temisan said, and that the excitement, like Akah said, you've been waiting, you really want, and then here you are, boom, So yeah, I get that.
So the best sex position for an extended orgasm.
That was a dangerous question. Okay, that's a very dangerous question. Now, extended orgasm to me is meaning two different things now. One, for you to be able to last long during the intercourse. Mm-hmm. Two, for your orgasm to be stretched out. Because, you have to stretch your orgasm. When you enter that moment, it's so sweet, you cannot just leave it there. You have to stretch it as long as you can. So, I will answer the first one. The first one, for you to last longer. For the man, personally, I would say you are lying down and she's on top.
I actually agree.
Yeah.
I was thinking that in my head.
Because I think biologically it's sending the sperm back. Don't come here. No, I think so. But because the positioning of the man, but for extended orgasm, I think that's actually the best position for her. Because she has control over what she is on top of.
Where it will hit.
Thank you, where it will hit. So she can direct it.
I've been told, yeah.
She can direct it. She can can be able to stretch it. But for you to stretch your own orgasm, you have to be on top.
You have to pour it in.
So
most likely missionary.
Missionary. Doggy can also work. Depending on the kind. No, doggy has variants.
Doggy, the angle, I don't think it pours enough.
I'm not sure doggy can.
Doggy maybe not, have you?
Please, speak from wisdom, Mr. Kidd Waya.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason why I think when you do doggy that you come quicker is because with doggy you're seeing a whole lot of things. You're seeing
this is a nyash man. I can tell.
Guilty. I'm guilty.
I can tell.
You are?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely nice man.
I can tell. For a man that says he's seen the world from the back, that is a nyash man.
No, but I feel like if you want me to,
grabbing her neck, shit.
That is a nyash man.
if you want me to arrive in a few seconds,
Listen.
I feel like I need to be looking at your face. Like I think missionary is
Okay, so you are a man that
So you wanna make love,
likes
make love.
intimacy.
I'm a lover. Oh, Rimi.
Okay,
I'm a
that's
lover.
good.
But I feel like missionary gets me there like in seconds.
Me personally, I think this is it's like the weirdest myth around sex that I've heard. I don't know what you guys' own is, but this is mine. Apparently, every new person that you sleep with, you guys exchange souls and spirit ties and stuffs. Yeah, I think it's.
I've heard that before. A girl told me that when they have sex with a guy, that it's like a part of the soul.
Okay, so I'm going to stop here because the video is too long. But yeah, when it comes to orgasm, again, women don't orgasm easily. So when you find a position that helps you to orgasm, use it. Use it and use it well. And again, do not fail to let your partner know, because again, as you keep on going, your partner begins to understand your body, begins to understand the things that make you. And again, that's why I talk about women knowing your body, because when you, as a woman, you know your body, you know what gets you off. Okay, so they're right on that. for them, as men, there are things that freak them out. It could be from the back, like Kidd said. There are those who are looking for intimacy, like Temisan, and so many other things. But again, there's nothing set in stone. Do you see? And that is why, for me, someone telling somebody how to sleep with each other in their relationship or in their marriage, koyemi, I don't understand it. So on this note, guys, I'm going to be finishing this video. I'm going to be ending this video here. I'll be talking on this part 2 of this video, okay, in my next video. So thank you all so much for being here with me. And do not fail to leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.